What's up, guys? Welcome to ExZackly Gaming. My name is Zach, and today we are back with more 60 Parsecs. That's right. Now, last time we left off, we were sick. We're real sick. We're not doing great. We're well fed, and we're hurt, but we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. I might use a first aid kit just to keep the captain alive here, so we'll see how that goes. But a hovering multicolored cube has appeared outside the shuttle. It's about head high and contains many moving parts. Didn't respond to my hail. I also tried offering it food. Nothing. Captain, I think it's a puzzle. You solve it by moving pieces, so each of the cube's faces shows the correct color. I don't know what's at stake, even if you win or lose. Do you want to try solving it? Yeah, sure. So in the last time we started, there's a deadly virus. So I can't cure this virus except by having lots of chemicals. I need 200 chemicals. It's not gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen, guys. But let's see how long we can survive. Let's see how resilient we are. So let's try to solve that puzzle cube. Maybe it'll give us food. That'd be cool. Day 16. You attempted to solve the puzzle of the glowing floating cube, but with each rotation of the faces, your frustration grew. Not glue. Eventually, you gave up. The cube let out a decisive moo, and then lifted off into the starry night, leaving you scratching your head and wondering how anyone could be smart enough to solve that thing. Dee Dee has completed her wild romp in the swamp. She seems a bit sickly, in need of food, and upset, but the primary focus is that she's not an alien doppelganger. We think. You pay attention as she begins to describe her boggy episode. Dee Dee accidentally kicked open a toxic swamp flower. Rather unpleasant and probably very unhealthy. The swamp was chemically rich. Dee Dee harvested a few useful compounds. Where does all this soup come from? It's the greatest mystery of the universe, and everything. Anyway, Dee Dee brought back rations. Quite a trip, eh? Good thing Dee Dee is home safe. You are still hurt, Dee Dee looks wounded, and not doing great. So receiving some transmissions, but what's that you're drawing, Captain? Is that supposed to be ham? I understand you're fed up with soup and you're reminiscing about Earth food. I would advise you don't go down that road. Here, I have a useful program for just the occasion. It's called Everything Is Not All Peaches and Cream. It should help you focus your mind on different things. Would you like to start this process? You know what? Sure. Let's keep it going. She's a little, is she hungry? No, she's actually okay. Well, Dee Dee, I'm going to send you right back out because we do need chemicals. So, oh shit. No, it's going to have to be April. April, you're going to go out and get chemicals. Bring that stuff and head out. And I'll see you when you get here. You're well fed, so you should be fine. Let's start the next day. Need that first aid kit done, because Captain's hurt and sick. That's not a great combo. Success, Captain. Your culinary urges have been kept under control. We spent the afternoon talking about things other than food, and then circled back to agree on the many merits of tomato soup. Now, we should probably focus on surviving the mission at hand, wouldn't you say? Remember, life is but a bowl of cherries. I'm not sure what that means, but my programming tells you it should make you feel better. April left to go do a deeper survey of that boggy hell. All right. Dee's in poor health. Yeah, she's not looking great. Sick, alert, hurt, weak. Sick, hurt, weak. And resourceful. So, have you looked in the mirror recently, Captain? I couldn't help but notice that you seem to be afflicted with a rash of some sort. I hope it's nothing serious, but we can't rule out it being a symptom of a dangerous illness. You can never be too careful. I strongly suggest you do something about the rash. I swear, I'm only worried about your health. It's really not about how weird you look right now. Alright, and we're still, they aren't super hungry yet. Their hunger's still doing okay. So we're gonna keep on moving on. Keep on moving on. That's what we say. Day 18. What's day 18 got in store for me? Hello there, Captain. Oh my, you don't look so well today. Looks like the rash is spread all over your body. Ew. You seem to have a fever as well, Captain. I already had a fever, to be fair. You shouldn't have left your affliction untreated. I hope you can recover quickly. The fate of the mission rests on your shoulders. But, you know, no pressure. Alright, so looks like she's a-dying, and we're not doing great, so maybe let's heal up the captain, so that we don't all fail the mission for certain. And then we do kind of have to turn right back around. We'll save up chemicals, and we'll just see how that goes. A sweet old man looking like Charles Darwin is knocking on your airlock politely. You let him in, he shakes your hand, and then holds it in an iron grip and won't let go. With technology, evolution stops. Soviet scientists want our species to stay strong, so they created me, the natural selection robot. He claims it's for your own good, which is what the dentist always said, and you didn't believe him either. You've let him in despite the warning signs. Now face your space predator, human. He does have a point, Captain. Oh, I can see why you'd want to postpone the discussion. Defend yourself. I don't have a way to do so, so hopefully we can just punch him out. Day 19, let's see. Okay. A Darwinian predator droid held you in its grip. You cursed the weakness of your human body out loud, and you tried to wrestle free. The droid froze, offended. The human body is not weak, it is a wonder of evolution. In a zealous rage, the droid preached about evolution. You edged it closer to the airlock, then pushed it out mid-lecture. You're safe, but the droid's verdict inspired dark thoughts in your head. Are you fit for survival, or are you the weak link? April's still out on an expedition. Alright, it came down with a space illness again. Damn it. Alright, resourceful, hungry, sick. Okay, but we're not hurt anymore, and that's good. So let's try to make another first aid kit. I know it's 10 out of 10 chemicals, and that's kind of what we need, but it's either that or we all die. So, Captain, stop dancing immediately. Listen, this is a crisis. You're not a sailor on Broadway, although I must admit, you improvise beautifully. You have both been poisoned. Some kind of psychoactive toxin has found its way onto the shuttle. Might have something to do with the airlock being full of you-know-what. Shit. Yes, I know the colors sound pretty, but if we don't do something about it now, you may suffer permanent damage. Nah, we're fine. We're fine. Day 20. You decided to let the toxin wear off on its own. You sang in unison about the sails of hope on the sea of progress, and it might be a good thing that in space no one can hear you scream. It ended hours later, and I'm still worried. You're barely speaking to me. Or each other. Was fantasy that much better than this? Each of you both had the bright future ahead. That's what the Astro Citizen program is all about. Alright, stomach feels rather empty. Oh, she's pissed. Insubordinate? Well, get the fuck out of here then. It's, that malfunctioning body oil filter is making a racket. I think it's malfunctioning. Yeah, we got some tape. Dee Dee, chill the hell out, okay? You need to chill out. Alright. Hey, she chilled out. You fixed the body odor removal filter by replacing the worn-out screws with tape. The cabin no longer smells of unwashed astronauts. Everybody on board could think clear without that constant din drowning out every thought. April has survived her wild romp in the swamp. She appears a bit sickly, in need of food, and upset, but the primary focus is that she's not dead. You pay attention as she begins to recount her bungy episode. April accidentally kicked open a toxic swamp flower. Rather unpleasant and probably very unhealthy. The swamp is chemically rich. April harvested a few useful compounds. April acquired a lighter during this trip. Well done. Also, April stumbled upon a book. Somebody or something just left it laying on the ground. So disrespectful. Who transported these outside our solar system? So strange. Anyway, April brought back some soup. The worst excursions make the best stories. Good thing April is home safe. Dee Dee looks injured. Does she? She looks dead to me, but you know what? I could just be missing that there. And we've got a first aid kit coming out for her soon, so great. Well, that's unexpected, Captain. There's cheese in the pantry. At least, I think it's cheese. I don't know how it got there. Did somebody sneak it on board? Is there an infestation of alien mold? Was it the French? Desperate times call for desperate measures, Captain. We don't know the origin of the mystery cheese. Will you eat it anyway? No. That's the last thing I need. I'm sick as shit right now. I don't need mystery cheese fucking my life up. Day 22. All right. You didn't eat the cheese, and this was probably wise, as subsequent chemical analysis proved it was an inedible soap product. There's a joke in here somewhere about keeping your mouth clean I am not quite savvy enough in the conventions of human humor to make. April remains weak, crafting completed. Alright, so we're gonna get her this. She is now well fed. So we'll give her that first aid kit. He's still sick, a little bit hungry, but that's okay. Captain, my weather systems are detecting a storm on the horizon. It's moving fast, so we'll hopefully pass by tomorrow, but this one could get nasty. Thunder, lightning, gale force winds, sharp objects howling at you from every which way. I'd like to keep monitoring the storm's movement throughout the night, but doing so will require my sensors to run on battery power, as it is unadvisable to leave the main generator reactor through a storm. What do you want to do? We're going to do nothing because I don't have the battery you need, and then we're going to send April back to the swamp because that's where all the chemicals are. Nowhere else has chemicals. Nope. Back to the swamp. Gather all the chemicals, please, and bring... nothing. Just bring that. I don't need to communicate with you. All right, day 23. You chose to wait out the storm rather than run the monitoring systems on battery power. The wind shrieked and brutal rain pelted against the walls of the shuttle, but that was it. By morning, the weather was calm again. You spent the morning sifting through the washed-up junk piles, but it was just a bunch of waterlogged crap. All right. Last night, I was browsing through some designs of beautiful machines. Never you mind why. Now, pay attention. I found a food dispensing machine on board. All shuttles in the Astro System program were to be equipped with one. Ours is missing a lever, but apart from that, it seems functional. It's hardly rocket science, so you should manage to fix it. But how? Let's use some tape. Tape will fix everything. Day 24. Official government research shows there's not a thing in the universe that cannot be fixed with duct tape. You were very resourceful to tape that chair leg where the lever used to be. Now just a little pull and there you go, Captain. A brand new can of soup, straight from the vending machine. Unfortunately, there was only one portion inside. Don't worry, I already got rid of the remaining junk. This planet's violent storms are quite the show, aren't they, Captain? A particularly strong one is moving our way right now, according to my readings. I predict quite a bit of shaking as it passes us by. May I suggest some safety measures? We should be fine, but the shaking could damage some of our supplies. If we had something to prop them up with, maybe that would help. What do you reckon? I don't know how the fuck a shovel's gonna help prop up our supplies, but we don't have one anyway, so we're gonna let that go. Day 25. You decided that we didn't have the proper tools to secure our supplies, and instead, as the storm hit, you personally held them in place. You tried to remain vigilant, but some pieces of our stash fell to the ground and broke anyway. We lost a bunch of our chemical reagents, and substances. The contents of the container spilled on the floor, contaminated and useless. We'll just have to make do without them. Alright, and I'm starving, so I'm gonna end that one on a positive note. We got a dead crewmate, one is gone, hopefully alive, and we're starving and also broke all our chemicals. So the next episode's probably gonna be a doozy. I'm gonna end this one here for the day. If you guys did like this one, be sure to like, subscribe. It really helps out the channel. And of course, I'll see you next time. Bye.